Hey, so we have some news coming in just now about Domingo Germán. We know yesterday that he was going to be done for the season and placed on the restricted list. He's dealing with alcohol abuse issues, and uh, this is a report here. Is this from the Yanks? This one or this is Andy Martino. I see. Right. One of the reporters said the incident that led to the Yankees placing Domingo Germán on the restricted list on Wednesday occurred at Yankee Stadium was not a domestic situation, clubhouse sources say. On Tuesday evening of this week, Germán grew belligerent while in the clubhouse at Yankee Stadium. Though there's no word of an altercation with a teammate or other individuals, witnesses determined that Germán was under the influence of alcohol and did not appear in control of his emotions. Several Yankees, including Brian Cashman, Aaron Boone, and Garrett Cole appeared visibly shaken when asked about Germán on Wednesday. So now it turns into a situation where he's got to get himself some help. He's not going to pitch the rest of the year. This is, not the first person that's dealt with alcohol issues that's had to step aside from the game. Hey, we remember CC Sabathia is one of the most lovable dudes in our sport for a long time. He was very open and vocal about how he had to step aside for a bit because he was dealing with some alcohol addiction issues. And CC, as said, he's recovered and really is in a good spot. So it turns into a point for her mind where, at least on my end, I'm like, dude, get yourself better. Go get the help and the treatment that you need, and hopefully he can continue on as a big league ball player going forward.
Seriously, very serious situation, and got all the resources there in New York City for him. So hopefully he gets all the help that he can get. Um, Obviously, him and his family is most important. Throwing a baseball is secondary at this point, as it has appeared. So get the treatment you need, and then get back on the right path. Because again, he's a really good talent and has a lot of years ahead of him on the mound. So hopefully he gets the proper treatment. And again, having CC there in the organization is another great value and a great tool because he's been through it, open about it. So hopefully he can reach out to him and help him.
Yeah, I mean, all we can really say about this is just hope that he gets better. I mean, that's really it. Like AJ said, I mean, baseball's secondary at this point. Get yourself better, get yourself healthy, and then you can worry about all that other stuff after. But I think everybody's thinking about him. We'll be praying for him and hope that he can put this in the rear view and get back on track.
Yeah, and for the Yankees, I mean, also he was having a pretty good year, right? I mean, he had some ups and downs in terms of his performance on the field, but now, when you look at the roster for the Yanks, again, you're in a spot where I know we talked to Ken Rosenthal about it earlier. I mean, I don't see this team making the playoffs now. I'm not saying it's just from this, one player going down, but in general, like Judge is back, Jonesy, the offense is still pretty bad. I feel like, and I felt this way last year, especially when you look at Judge. Do you remember how often they challenged him and pitched to him? And then once it was getting more intense, the home run chase, all of a sudden pitchers were like, actually, I'm going to pitch around this guy and make someone else beat me. And I was looking, I'm like, why haven't they been doing that all year against him? You never felt like there was, players behind him that were going to punish you. And I still feel that way a year later with the Yanks. The offense has been bad. I know yesterday they picked up the pace a little bit, but in general, this team is really struggling right now. And they might even be the worst team in the American League East. Like them and the Red Sox, in my mind, are pretty close. The Yankees have some better pitching. The Red Sox, in my mind, has a much better offense.
I would I would not pitch to him. And again, I love Rizzo and I love Stanton. Judge is obviously Judge. He's put himself into a different category. It's the same thing that you seen Chapman chewing out the manager the other day for. Is like, why are you pitching to Otani? Again, the competitiveness of it, I get it. Yeah, that's the name of the game. Jays need wins. Walking. Pitch to the next guys. If he's still like, hey, take your chances because this guy is obviously when you take your chances with him, he's showing you that he's gonna take you deep. Not just hit a double. He's gonna take you deep. He's at 40. So it's when you go again the competition part of it, I get it. When you're going for W's, hey, if you're going for W's, you got to just use the strategy. And Judge is obviously number two feared. I mean, I would say He's the most feared guy in their lineup. I'm trying to average on guys around the league, but he's the number one guy in their lineup that's feared. That is feared. That's why they had him leading off so that he can get the most at bats, so that he can at least get pitched to. But you have to make the other guys beat you at this point. And if Judge is beating you, that unless the bases are loaded, you got to put him on.
Yeah, I mean, totally agree. I mean, we've seen the last 2 years. I mean, how much better that offense is with Judge in it than when he's not in it. And until those other guys, AJ, like you said, Rizzo, great player, Stanton, great player, they can beat you, but they haven't shown that recently. So until those guys start beating you, I mean, why even pitch to them? Put them on and see what happens. I mean, they were one of the worst offenses in baseball when Judge was out. So, put the pressure on some of those other guys other than Judge, because I think he's proven it time and time again that he will beat you if given the opportunity. And when you don't have those guys around you swinging the bat like they normally do and they're capable of, let's try our luck with those guys instead of the big guy.
I think Judge should have gotten more money in the offseason.
But this could help too, though. This could help too, because when you get the guy before you gets walked, that's like, huh? Especially when you got a name on your back. Now, if you're just got called up, you got a cup of coffee in the big leagues, and someone gets walked in front of you, expect that. You got a name on your back. You've been to some All-Star games. You got some hardware, and they walk the guy in front of you. Hey, that could spark and get both of those guys going, because Rizzo and Stanton hot is Armageddon for pitchers. So it could be a reverse psychology if it plays out the right way.
Yep, that's true. Yeah, I mean, hey, if I was as AJ would do, if I was Judge's agent, I would have said, he's worth every penny, baby. He's worth every damn penny in the offseason. Oh, there we go. All right.